Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. We get our first look now at Carson Wentz and this Philadelphia Eagle offense.
Not only does he look the part, he plays it as well. Tall, prototypical-looking pocket passer with better athletic ability than what people think, gets outside of the pocket and makes big plays downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz to Evans on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Miles Sanders' first carry of the game. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The numbers for Sanders last week, 17 carries, 64 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable. Situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Left side here to Sanders. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And no excitement, unless you're on the defensive team of last week, in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon.
Number 20.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Mixon. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point attempt to follow here. he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
He was brought down by Matt Milano. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Taken down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Bengals 7, Eagles nothing.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
And it's 3rd.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
6-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
To throw, it's Wentz. It's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Wentz now to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on fourth down, Doug Peterson turns it over to the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Eagles 3.
So the field goal there counts what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run there and to get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Their own 21-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
first down. Here's Burrow. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Bengals.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home in U.S. Bank Stadium. And that one's at halftime with the visiting Lions out on top. Drew Lock, a touchdown pass in that first half. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. 28-7, your final score. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're trying to get back on track. They had the loss last week to the Dallas Cowboys. The good news, they've got the lead right now. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. That's out to the left and complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Yeah, certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory now. We'll see what transpires. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
On the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
This will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And he gets it down to the 32.
34 on the carry.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
2-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. And the Bengals first.
And to give this time to the tailback. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Number 20.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
20-yard line.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. brings up 2nd and goal.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 2nd and 6. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Second down pass. Intercepted.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. They can't tackle him. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Wentz to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
To Miles Sanders.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And once again, this is Sanders. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
A 3-yard.
We're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
The tackle is made by...
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. The open man here, Renfro. That catch good for only a couple.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Complete.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing his Wentz. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it.
Burrow lost it. Joe Burrow's sack.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Burrow's pass.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
First down, Bengals.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Blair, 2nd-round pick from Utah, there to bat it away.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. Here we go with Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Off the option, that's complete. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. It's a big play there for the Eagles. And even 50 yards.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
Wentz now on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
One final try now for Wentz. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bengals, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.